In 2019, after Lord knows how many nights in a row without an ounce of sleep, I finally crawled out of bed and started writing this book. I would eventually go on to publish my debut novel, Black Rose, in 2022. However, while it took me until 2019 to actually start writing, the story had been in my head since at least 2010, if not 2008, 2007. While not a major part of the story, tabloid culture is brought up, mentioned, even used. And I want to say that was heavily influenced because back in 2007 or so, I used to read all the tabloid magazines. I'm a Gemini, I love gossip. And yes, the story primarily centers on a very wealthy girl who makes some very challenging decisions, physically and emotionally challenging to her, but also decisions that kind of challenge the way society views how people, women should act, choices that are made when it comes to wealth. It's a reverse rags to riches, if you will. See, in addition to loving tabloids when I was a young adult, another thing that heavily influenced this story was I grew up in a place where there was a lot of hardworking locals who lived there year round, but once the good seasons hit, we were inundated with wealthy motherfuckers. And the experiences that I had growing up and living where I lived kind of cultivated how I portrayed several of the characters in this book. And maybe that's why in 2019, when I crawled out of bed at 2:30 in the morning, completely exhausted yet brain fully wired, I started writing a book about a privileged young woman's utter desire to get as far and as fast away from the uber wealthy, corrupt politicians, shady ass billionaires. And for whatever reason, it all kind of carries true today. I don't know. I guess what I'm saying is that when I crawled out of bed, completely sleep deprived in 2019 to write this silly little story that had been kicking around in my head for well over a decade, or close to it, that the story that I would actually get out there, that it would still resonate several years later. I guess the whole write what you want to read really does ring true. And if you're new here, hi, I'm Kate. I'm an independent self-published author who stumbled into this whole author thing accidentally as a means of coping with insomnia. I write what I want to read. I don't really know what I'm doing half the time. And I like to sneak my experiences and shove my opinions into pretty much everything that I write, which I guess most authors do. Anyway, if you're looking for a new indie author to check out, go ahead and give me a follow. Black Rose is my debut novel, published in 2022, about a socialite who disappears from a $10 million wedding, and some quiet girl working in a tattoo shop across the country gets really nervous when she sees that socialite's face on the cover of a magazine. What is their connection? It is still in Kindle Unlimited for another week or so. It will be coming out. Once it is out, it will be over on Kobo Plus.